Hi guys, this is Michael from the Boardgames Chronicle. Today I have for you another material in our journey through the life of Napoleon in the I, Napoleon game designed by Ted S. Racer and published by GMT Games. Just to remind you, in the first video we look at the game and components and basic mechanics. In the second part we actually played during the commander years of Napoleon. As you can remember, in 1798 he actually successfully managed to stage a coup and take over the power, at least in our game. Now what we'll be doing now, we'll be playing the first council, part of the game. This is much longer game, so maybe not each and every turn will be played by us, but I would like to show you the flow of the game and how the things change in this part of the game, because there will be changes. And just a brief introduction to those changes. When we look at the sequence of play, we will get two new phases: diplomatic phase and domestic politics phase. But before we go there, we need to get into the first council deck. We are not there yet. It will happen during the card phase, not earlier. So first of all, we go for the year setup phase, year and card draw marker segment. Card draw is already moved. We move the year marker to 1799 and then resource income segment. The resources are still from the commander era, so we are getting 2 admin here and 2 admin here, so this is 4 admin. Unfortunately, the Mr. Fouché will be giving us -2 and Nelson will be giving us -2 during the first council era, but it is not started yet. It will start in the cards and deck phase, so we are not losing those 4 glory yet. Then we have card deck phase, and here we have remove card segment. We will be removing all the cards which should not be here with us during the first council era. We'll be adding the cards from the first council and we'll be shuffling. So which cards will we remove? All the cards which have FCD here, like first council, so we'll not have any more Lucien Bonaparte, we'll not have Paul Barras, this guy will stay. Fouché will stay. Will not have any more General Bonaparte. It will change only for a better in a moment. Nelson stays still Trafalgar. Now FCD, if not face up, it's face up, so it stays. It stays. This unfortunately does not stay, but this is completely understood that Napoleon is not leading from the front anymore. As for the generals, I don't believe any of them will disappear. No, they are staying. The treaty stays till the end of FCD, and this is really life-saving treaty for us, because this is with Prussia. It keeps them neutral. And now we need to look at the draw deck to see if we don't have any FCD. 46 or FCD. We never went to Egypt, which might not be so bad. EMD, no. 46 or FCD. We never fought in Egypt, Syria. We never fought in Egypt, Syria. Okay. EMD, no. No. FCD, Egyptian campaign, of course not. Spain allies with France. It's a pity we didn't got this card during the commander deck. It would be really nice to have it. And Abbas, yes, he also goes away. So this is our draw deck, but this is not everything, because we will add to this a lot. And we will add it, let me take this. Yeah, we will add it from the not command deck. Command deck we will put the ones which we already removed. Sorry for this. And I should have them handy. Of course, I put them aside. So FCD deck. FCD deck will have some cards which we need to immediately put on the map and some which we will shuffle into the draw deck. So this will be the ones we put on the map. This will shuffle inside, and this we will also shuffle inside. There will be a lot of new possible campaigns, fights, wars, but believe me, when we start Emperor deck, that will really go crazy. So in a moment we will shuffle it, but before this we will go through all those cards which orders us to do something. Place immediately. So this is just a separator. And now, first Council, place in potential treaties during FCD setup while face down. Okay, so this is potential treaty of Madrid. Okay, this is place in potential campaigns. This is a campaign in Lusitania. Okay, in Spain. First place in potential treaties. So this is Treaty of Lunéville, potentially. Then we have place in potential campaigns during FCD setup. Republican war with Prussia. Okay. This is place in potential campaign. What kind of campaign? Okay, Republican war with Spain. Nice. Then we have place in potential treaties. This is Treaty of the Rhine. Place in I Napoleon during FCD setup. And this is I Napoleon. Imperial plebiscite triggered effects may -2 administration points after first consul for life. So this is how we will be becoming emperor. Yes, -5 glory, -2 political. Immediately remove Treaty of Lunéville and add EMD card next year during the card deck phase. Except immediately place cards those in potential campaigns. It will start EMD, but before this. Place face down in I Napoleon, and this is first council for life. So this we place here. This we place here. Then we have place on I Napoleon during FCD setup, and this will be first council, and this will be +3 administrative points per year, and may remove or spend 2 political points after the first year as first consul to remove this card from the play and flip first consul for life. So actually change exactly how the Napoleon did his status as a first consul. What else do we have? We have 2 more place in potential treaties. Another treaty, it will be a convention of Montfort and Austria, Italy. And this campaign plays in campaign during FCD setup. Austria immediately declares war. It will be fighting. It is -1 DRM in all combat rounds if Russia is hostile, and yeah, Russia of course is hostile. If we win, we will gain 10 glory, and we can play Treaty of Lunéville. But if we lose, defeat, Napoleon is overthrown and the game ends. So let me see the Treaty of Lunéville. That's the treaty. Must be moved to current treaties after victory in Austria. Italy, set Austria to neutral. If Russia is hostile, set it to neutral. Then 1 diplomatic, 5 glory, and 2 political. Okay. And they will remain neutral. So we have potential 3 campaigns, and we have potential 4 treaties, because each campaign, we have 4 with this, has 1 treaty. And where do we put it? We put potential campaigns and potential treaties here. So guys, it will be unfortunately outside of your view, but in order to at least have some visibility in the map, I don't want to zoom out more. Now, so we will shuffle it now, and we'll start with the year 1799 in a moment. Time to start the 1799 for good. We went quickly through the year setup phase and card deck phase. I actually shuffled it. Now the deck is much bigger than it was previously. We can play many more years. Do we want to play long? On one hand, yes. On one hand, no. We want to play a bit longer to get rid of some campaigns and gain some glory and not be punished as emperor. On the other side, if we stay too long as a first council, yeah, we will not have enough time then as an emperor. Okay, so what happens now? Card action phase. We draw the card, first card draw. Let's see what we got. Paris Society. Immediate effect, must roll the die with +2 theorem if Josephine de Bertrude. No, yeah, I don't have Josephine. Is in play. Potentially something good. 5. To glory. I will take it always. 31. You know, guys, when you reach 100, you actually reach the limits of glory, and then something really nice happens at the end of the game. I cannot say what, but yeah, believe me, additional bonus to your result. Now, second card draw. Really like this game. Each time I'm curious what card I will get. It's really nice. We note. Okay, I'm not so good at French. May place in commanders or loyalty. If we need to use glory to use 1 DRM in any one combat, well, we'll take him. You never know whom you will need. And we need to prepare for Austria, Italy. We have some strategies and tactics, but that's definitely not enough. Campaign modifier. Must place in campaign modifiers. -5 glory and +1 DRM in the second combat round. Then remove this card from play. If combat only lasts 1 round, discard without effect. Oh, I really don't want this guy to stay with us too long. The fourth card draw. Censorship, immediate effect. Must choose either -5 glory +1 political, +5 glory, -2 political. Censorship, -2 political, but 5 glory. We need glory. Especially at the beginning of the Emperor deck, will have so much family here, which will be drawing our glory down. Really, they will. I need to have some buffer. Then discard, not remove, discard. Okay. Fifth card draw. France, reorganize. When revealed, may remove 3 admin to place in France, then +1 political every year. You know, guys, that's a big thing. It costs, unfortunately, a lot because our generals also costs. Let's see how much modifiers I can have at the beginning of the campaign. I have -1. This guy costs glory, so I can potentially use him. This guy also costs glory. This costs admin, and I will have only 1 admin. This gives me automatically +1, and this needs admin. So I have +1 here, which actually negates with -1. I can get +1 from Marmont, for example. Just thinking, you know, in my mind. Massena, -2 +2, but this is glory. This is admin. This is political. Okay, I can spend a political point. This will be +2. This is glory. You know what, guys? I believe that we are playing long term, so I want to implement this. I'm getting 1 political point for this, and I'm removing 3 admin. I believe this is good. Now, do we move to the 6th card draw? Yes, we move. And we have immediate effect. Louis 18 writes, must choose to either accept his offer to resign in favor of the Bourbons and the game ends, refuse his offer and -1 political point, then remove his card from play. You see, if we would not have this political point, we would lose now. But we don't. This is good. So we will spend 1 point from here, and the card is removed. Do we progress with the card draw? Let's see. 1, 2, and we won't. I hope, guys, you see my rolls. Yeah, I believe so. So we move to the 7th card draw. Italian Republics. Immediate effect. When revealed, if army of Italy is in the active campaign or FCD is in play, -1 plus 5 glory, then remove this card from play. So I would not have... this is a good trade-off, because I'm getting 5 glory and I'm removing 1 admin, and most of the generals here had like 1 glory for 1 plus 1 DRM, 2 glory for 2 DRM. This is fine. This is fine. I'm completely okay with this. 1 free, and we will not move forward in a card draw. Yes, we don't. So what happens now? Now the campaign resolution starts, and I will again use this very nice, mat, which allows us to put all needed things in place. So what do we put here? First of all, we put the campaign, of course. Current campaign modifiers. So this guy, if we don't win in the first turn, we'll add 1 DRM in the second round, but -5 glory. Now, this is always active, +1 DRM in the first combat round of the current campaign, and we don't have any admin points, guys. 0. We have 0 admin points, so we cannot use Bonaparte's plans. Next turn we'll have much more, admin. Let me just put it here so you remember. This is +3, yeah, but not this turn, and this is not good. If we will lose this campaign, guys, the game ends. So we cannot lose, so we start spending the glory. Now DRM is 0, -1, +1. I believe we have some guy whom we can pay with a political point. Yeah, so let me pay 1 political point. DRM in any of the campaign rounds. So we assign this commander. We have DRM +1, and I believe we will need to spend some glory. Yeah, let's use this guy. We spent 1 glory, 1 additional DRM, and home. Massena is nice guy. Yeah, he can give for 2 glory, 2 DRM. So 2 glory, 2 DRM. I really want to win it. Do we put everything on 1 card, so 1 roll? Do we want some additional commanders? That one needs the admin points, so we cannot use him. That one needs admin points, so we cannot use him. The Wu, potentially 3 glory. Wow, a lot. That one needs admin points, so we cannot use him. Can still use Murat, -2 glory to use, or -1 if king of an Naples. He's not king yet. No, let me do it that way. We have +4 modifier. We need to roll something like 3 or more to be victorious. And we rolled 2, which is a stalemate. So guys, this roll of 2 would probably cause us a downward spiral of defeat. So instead of accepting this, we'll use the Napoleon slack, which allows us to reroll 1 roll. Yeah, we went somewhere here with all the stalemates, which we'll probably get. So let's reroll on +4 again. We still have all those leaders. We rolled 5 +4. This is 9. This is victory. This Napoleon slack is a very powerful thing to use. So use it wisely, but it can really give you the points. Okay, and now this guy, if combat lasted only 1 turn, discard this card. And we need to see if our dear leaders were not wounded. On 1, 2, they will be wounded. And bailiff, one of them might be wounded automatically. Yes, that guy is wounded automatically. So Massena, he's fine. And now the next one, he is fine. So we managed to achieve a victory in Austria campaign. Let's see what it gives us. Let's read it. -1, okay, we have this -1. +10 glory and play Treaty of Lunéville. If we would lose, the game would end. So 10 glory, 47. So we are here, we can move it aside. And let me check what's the Treaty of Lunéville, by the way. One thing which is important, when we play this card is being removed from the game. So Treaty of Lunéville must be moved to current treaty, so here, after victory in Austria, Italy. Set Austria to neutral. Austria to neutral, okay. If Russia is hostile, set it to neutral. Fine. Then +1 diplomatic point, that's important. +5 glory. So we have 52, beautiful. And +2 political points. Austria remains neutral until this card is removed by play of Imperial Plebiscite. So when we'll be moving to the Emperor decks. And in this case, at least Austria and Prussia are not a problem for us. Now, we move forward. Diplomatic phase, first Consul and Emperor deck, foreign diplomacy segment, treaties and conquest segment, potential campaign segment. First of all, foreign diplomacy. What has to happen? Diplomatic table will be rolling for everybody here, not for the hostiles. Hostiles are simply hostile, so we do not roll for them. But for all others, we'll be checking if we will be removing the treaty or moving marker towards hostile. Those two treaties are pretty special. One is from the commander deck, the other is from the first Consul deck, and we do not actually flip them. They stay here. They have special rules, and Austria and Prussia will remain neutral. But for the Russia, we don't know. And as we cannot save the diplomatic points from turn to turn, we'll use one diplomatic point. So we have +1 DRM. So on the roll 1 to 4, Russia will become hostile. On a roll of 5 to 10, it will remain 1 to 4. This is +1. This is remove treaty or move marker towards hostile. Unfortunately, in diplomatic phase, we went down. Domestic phase now, we don't have this bloody result. We would have it if I would continue with the stalemates. I actually tried, and guys just thought, okay, I should use the luck, and that is why it was here. So what do? We simply roll here. We have modifiers for each hostile, conquered, or inactive nation. 1, 2, 3, -3 for each bloody result. Nothing if continental system is in play. No, for each allied nation. We don't have for every 2 political points. We have -3. Let me spend 1, 2. So we have -1, and let's see what we got. -1, 3, 1, 3. It's better to lose 5 glory than 10 glory. Okay, we lost 5 glory. We are not very good at the domestic politics as Napoleon, as you can see. So this is it. This is exactly how the game plays. Now in diplomatic phase, we could potentially put some of the potential campaigns into this place. We have Republican War with Spain. We have Republican War with Prussia. We cannot play it because Prussia is not hostile. Louisiana campaign, potential campaign may be chosen as an active campaign if Spain is allied. It is not. You know what? We should probably try to teach some lesson to the Spanish authorities. Sorry for this. And that will conclude the year 1799. Okay, after the first turn, we could do one more thing. We could spend 2 political points to remove it and add the Consul for life here, and we will do it. Why not? When we have political points, let's do it. And now we move to the year 1800, so 1800s. Let's see what it will bring. We do the reset here. Now, as for the card deck phase, I don't believe we'll have any removals here. No, we should not have any removals. We have already campaign against Spain, which we planned during the last segments. And we should now do the income. One thing which we wanted to do, but we didn't have enough admin points, is to get off this guy, which will be now draining our glory, -4 glory. So we move to 43 because of Nelson and Fouché. Now we have 5 admin, and I will immediately use one admin to simply say to him, at least for now, goodbye. Let me put the DRM him. I don't want to lose this glory all the time. So we have 4 admin points at this moment in time. What happens next? The luck is flipped. After the income phase, we don't remove any cards. I believe we just simply move forward. So new card draw segment. What shall we do? We should start drawing. Simple like this. You know, guys, we have a sequence of play which we can change here, but it's so self-explanatory and it's easy to remember that I don't use it too often. Spain allies with France. Must place in current treaties and set Spain to allied. If Spain is already allied, remove this card from play and reveal new card. Okay, so we will not be fighting with them. It seems this doesn't make sense. Spain allies with us. Beautiful. This is a very good beginning of a turn. So yeah, we draw further. I told you I really hope to get this card, and we got it. Nay, commander, -1 admin to have 1 DRM in any combat round. This is really important. 3. Napoleon's carriage headquarters may place in I Napoleon, may discard at any time for +1 admin. This effect does not need to be triggered during the existing card play segment, so I can use it wherever I want. So this is like a bonus 1 admin which we can use at a difficult moments. So yes, let me put it here. Let me remember also about it. It's a cool card. So the 4th card draw. The 4th card draw is Haiti campaign expedition. We need to play it immediately. If merchant's demand lever is in play, no, it is not. Must immediately resolve an expedition. Otherwise, discard with no effect. Fine. In the past, I believe when I played this game, I had this and I had to play it. This is nice. Secret intelligence may use 1 admin to either add 1 diplomatic point and 1 political point, then discard this, or place this card in campaign modifiers. +1 DRM and welcome. We don't have any campaign at this moment, and do we roll for Spain? Yeah, we don't roll for anybody here. I will leave it here in campaign modifiers. Let it be here. Good. And now 6. Whether we have a 6 card draw. Let's see. 4. Yes, we have a 6 card draw. And this is McDonald. -1 to use +2 DRM in any one combat front after when remove this card from play. This is beautiful. Very important commander, although 1 use. Now 1, 2, and we will not continue. We continue with card draws. Must place in campaign modifiers. Merge to the sounds of the guns. May add an unassigned commander other than Junot or Bernadette to a campaign during the select commander step at no costs. Wow, nice. There are a couple where you need to pay with a glory, and I would rather avoid it, so it might be fine. 9, so we continue with a card draw. Enemy attack must place in campaign modifiers -1 DRM in the first combat round. Let me draw. No, we don't continue. No. The tricky thing is, we forgot about one thing, guys. I'm sorry. We invested in France, and we forgot that we invested in France, so we have +1 political point. Political, it's here, yeah. And admin, I should have here on the 4th. I messed them up at the beginning. So this is good, this is important. Now, when we go to the campaign resolution, we don't have any campaign. We would love to fight with somebody, but how to fight with somebody if Spain is allied with you? If Spain is allied, we'll be able to use this. We can use it in our diplomatic phase. Yeah, we'll probably do it. And we cannot use it because this is against Prussia. You know, guys, we'll probably play one more turn. And then we'll be moving into the Emperor deck because I see it really okay. I made one mistake again. We forgot that we have Tsar Paul. Ignore Russia foreign diplomatic role until Tsar Alexander is revealed. So they actually are here and we don't roll for them at all. You see, this was my bet. Sorry for that. So what we shall do? We don't have any campaign, so we remove all those cards to the discard. We have diplomatic phase. We don't roll here due to the treaty and Tsar Paul, so we don't do anything. But unfortunately, we have domestic phase. This we have, and because of this we have, we remove 2 political points. And guys, was I correct at the beginning of the game? In the first turn when I was throwing away Fouché to remove 2 glory, nice, but I didn't add myself 1 political point, so I should have 1 more. So can we use here the domestic, political? So we use 2 political points. You have +1 for this. How many hostiles? 1. So this is -1 for bloody victory. If commander, no. Allied. So we have 1 allied. We use 2 political points, and we have 1 hostile. So this is +1. 8, 9 -2 glory. You almost always lose a glory here. And this was a very quick year, 1801, or 18, excuse me, 18. Now we'll have a year 1801. Let us move to the 3rd year as a first consul. And I'm not sure if it will not be our last year, or maybe we'll try to get some more cards from our draw deck, which is having a really nice stuff there also for us a little longer. What will happen now? Yeah, the admin points are lost. We didn't have any campaign last turn, and really doesn't make sense to use it for anything at this moment in time. We potentially could swap admin points for 1 political once per year, so let's do it, so they are not completely useless. And let's start with the year setup phase. First of all, we move a year forward. We reset card draw to 1. Then we go to the resource income. We have +5 for the admin, +1 political, -2 glory. And I believe it's everything. And those markers really help you to visualize. Sorry for this. What you need to do. You can simply see it very easily. Okay. Now new card segment. We don't add any new cards here. We'll be adding cards, as you can see, adding cards here. So I believe I will simply shuffle them. At the end of a last turn, we should of course put this campaign. I'm permanently forgetting it, but during the diplomatic phase, you have roles for the countries. We don't have to do it due to the treaties. You have treaties and conquest segment, but you have also potential campaign segment. In EMD, so Emperor era, you have to choose. In First Consul era, you may choose. So we want this campaign to be chosen because may be chosen as the active campaign if Spain is allied. Yeah, Spain is allied. And now, after card deck phase, we move to card action phase. First draw. Josephine expanses. If Josephine is in play, must 1 political point, then remove a card from play. We don't have wife yet. Sorry. Not yet. Good Harvest must place in France if this card and Bad Harvest are in play during the domestic political phase. May remove both cards from play. This is important because this Bad Harvest is usually impacting your die roll. Third card draw. Campaign modifier. Opposed river crossing. -1 dirham in the first combat round. Pity. Fourth card draw. Looting may place in campaign -1 admin, -1 glory, but 2 political points. Don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Fifth, Lance. Oh, this is a good commander. He can add 2, but this is his last play in the game, or he can add 1, and he can do it ongoingly. Now, do we move to the 6th point? Let's see. No, 1. Very quick turn. Very, very quick. So, what happens? We move to the campaign resolution phase, and yeah, for this, we will of course add that. Let's read what do we have here. May be chosen as the active campaign if Spain is allied. Must immediately assign at least 1 independent commander and -2 -2A in addition to the cost of individual commander. So we should actually do it when we are putting it there. So -2 admin, and we need to put some individual commander. Independent command. Why not Lance? But only 1. Can't we use more? -1 dirham in all combat runs. No strategy and tactics cards may be played. I know what? We need somebody stronger. Yeah. Massena. We can win 10 glory. We are sending Massena here. Massena is the independent commander, -2 glory, but we can win 10 glory. So we are sending them together. Campaign effect. -1 DRM in all combat rounds. No strategy and tactics card may be played. Massena gives +2, so this is +1. So let me put it here. We have opposed river crossing, so campaign modifier, and I believe campaign modifiers as always are, yeah. And if we actually play it, we will be removing many cards, guys, because we'll be placing this in Americas, regardless of outcome. Then remove Convention of Montfort, Louisiana Purchase, and War of 18. Okay, we are helping Spain. We are helping our colleagues, yeah, our allies. So there is no die roll modifier because we have +2 from Massena, and we have -1 here and -1 here. So we need to roll 7 or more. We have unused Napoleon slack, so it should be completely possible to get a decent roll. 5. No, so we of course use it. Sorry. No. Once again. And once again. And this is 8. Yes, so 8 will be a bloody victory because we don't have any kind of modifiers. So we need to put bloody to the domestic, and we have won. And if we won, we get 10 glory. So Masena, it was good to send you there. And plus 2 political points. We move it to Americas. This is removed from play here. We roll for him, whether he was not wounded. No, oof. He is a good commander. I don't want him to be wounded, definitely don't want to lose him. And now, the next thing which usually happens is you forgot the next two sequence of play turns. At least it happened to me in the past, but yeah, let's remember: diplomatic phase, domestic politics phase. Yeah, most probably we shall do it. And this is our third year as the first consul, and as you can see, Napoleon was only 4 years, so I believe our next year will be the last one. Okay, what we do? Foreign diplomacy, segment treaties and conquest. We don't want to do anything, and we cannot conquer anybody. We can potentially, use some of these admin points for one political, and we will be rolling for a domestic political phase. Unfortunately, we have this bloody result, which is -1. Let me use 2 political points to offset it. Must place, okay. I'm wondering if we remove this card at the end of a turn or not. Do we clean it up? It says the good harvest. It says if this card and both harvests are in play during the domestic politics phase, I believe we'll be cleaning this up here, because otherwise it would not make sense. Okay, domestic. Oh my goodness, 1 -5 glory. Oh, why, dear Napoleon, you were so weak with the domestic politics? Okay, end of the year 1801. Let's move on. This is the next year, 1802. We move this forward, we reset it. This is fourth year as a consul, first consul. 1, 2, 3, 4 for us. And guys, this will be the last. And just like it was for Napoleon. What shall we do now? First thing, we have the income phase. We have 5 admin. We have -2 glory due to Nelson. Still no Trafalgar. And +1 politics here, thanks to the reform. We will be playing this during the turn, so Imperial Plebiscite. But before this, we need to shuffle the cards and play at least a couple of rounds. I believe it is safe to play till the 4th round, and then we will need to invest in plebiscite. I don't believe we'll have any campaigns here, although some things might happen, it might come. I was supposed to remove the 3 cards here. Let me see if I can quickly, yes, got it. This is important to do, this is quick thing, but still you need to do it. Sorry guys, should do it between the actual change of years. Okay, good. We remove this card from play due to Americas, and the other cards will be removed later on because they have even higher numbers like 98 and so on. And and we remove also this treaty due to this Louisiana campaign, which played nicely, although, if I'm not mistaken, pretty ahistorically. Card draw 1. Papal Concordat. Yeah, I can spend 1 admin to place in current treaties. -2 glory, +1 diplomatic and 1 political. Otherwise, discard with no effect. Allows play of Pope, crowns Napoleon. No, I will not use it. I don't have a wish. Lannes to Portugal. If Lannes is in command, commanders may discard Lannes and 1 diplomatic when remove this card from play. Okay, we don't need the diplomatic points now. So no, we'll not get rid of Lannes. We would need if we would be rolling on the diplomatic track, but we don't do it now. Enemy reserves a nasty combat modifier. You need to achieve additional victory. Josephine's infidelity. We don't have her as a wife. And the 5th card draw, you see it's going pretty quickly. I can use 1 admin to gain 5 glory and 1 political, definitely. Then remove from play. And now I want to play this. Why now? Because I don't want to risk that we will not be drawing the cards anymore, and I will lose 1 more year. What is it? Oh, it's our path to Emperor. Imperial plebiscite. May use 2 admin points, spend them. After first Consul for life has been face up for at least 1 year. He was, I believe, 3 years. I'm using 5 glory and 2 political points. 5 glory to 40, 2 political points to 7. Immediately remove Treaty of Lunéville. Austria is not very happy with us. Yeah. No. Add EMD cards next year, so not now, during the card deck phase, except immediately place cards 145, 55 in potential campaigns. An EMD campaign must be chosen during 1003 of this year. That means that for the next year we would need to choose one of the campaigns. I will not be doing, guys, because I will be wrapping up on the first Consul today, this material, but when we will be continuing, and I hope I will do the next video, we will do it then. And this is removed. It will have consequences, yeah, in a moment, but let's see. So we played this and we continue. If we have a 6 card draw, die roll modifier 1. No, okay, another beautiful combat modifier. Now 1, 2. Yes, we continue the card draws. Fighting brigands. May use 1 admin to get 2 political, then remove this card from play. I believe this is a nice trade-off. 1 free and we don't continue. Oh, it goes further. La Grande Armée. Oh, this is a very good strategy and tactics. I'm taking this. +1 DRM during all campaign combat runs. May not be used with Louisiana campaign. Remove this card if a bloody result occurs. This is one of the strongest tactics, yeah. So 1 to 4. Oh no, we draw further. Sorry, too many things taken. Anti-French revolt. Must immediately resolve an expedition with 1 independent commander only. Roll a die. Not Massena. Let it be Lannes. And he will be simply used. 5 or less failure, -3. Okay. 4, -2 political, -3 glory. We always have minus glory here, so we'll not be rerolling. So he is used. He would not be able to take part in the campaign if we would have any here. And now we roll 1, 5. We will not continue. Yes. So This ends the card draw segment. Now in diplomatic segment, because we don't have anymore this Luneville treaty, we will be rolling for Austria, and we will use, we don't have diplomatic points. Okay, so we roll for them. 5, they went hostile. Not surprising, yeah, honestly. So nothing more in diplomatic phase, and now domestic politics phase. And in domestic politics, we can use 2 politic points in order to have a modifier +1. We have modifier +1 for Spain, but 2 minus modifiers for Britain and Austria, so we have 0. You see, 0 or less is -10. You can even get so few 5, which is not bad. Only 3 glory. My God, Napoleon, you are getting better. You are not losing so much glory for your internal politics. And that finishes the year 1802, the last year as a first consul. The next year, this guy will become emperor, and this we shall show you already in the next material. As you can see, the first consul, it's already adding some complexity in comparison to the commander, but it's pretty brief, and it was pretty brief for the Napoleon. This is the most interesting part of the game, and probably also the most satisfying, and also with a lot of wars, because each and every year you will have some struggle, and yes, the Russia will be your opponent finally. That's all for today, guys, for the Napoleon. Sorry in case I made some mistakes during this game. There is a lot of moving pieces here, and I of course forgot at one moment in time to use, for example, the lack of Napoleon in the first campaign, so sorry for this. Still, I hope this gives you the overview and a feeling how this game plays, what it's about, and how the difficulty of moving from the commander to first consul deck and in the life of Napoleon grows. And then, believe me, being emperor would be completely different pair of shoes. That will be all for today. Thank you very much for being with me. If you like this material, do not hesitate, give thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content like that, kindly please subscribe. That's all for today. We went through the commander phase of Napoleon. Today we went through the first consul. We hope to go also to the emperor years. Thank you for being with me, and thank you for watching.